Today we are going to talk more about grief. In my previous video I explained how the grieving process works from a psychological perspective, and we looked into the first two grieving tasks. Today I will talk about two other tasks of grief, which are important in understanding and dealing with grief. At the end of this video you will learn some self-help techniques and tips to deal with. Finally, I will explain what complicated grief is. Your life will gradually change, adapting to the situation. You will notice that things have changed because of the loss. Some things won't be the same again. You may be asking yourself some questions. How do you deal with the birthday of someone who has passed away? Who can you talk to about your concerns now? Are you still allowed to joke? Can you still think of happy and fun times with the other person? Adjusting your life to the new situation is not something you do all at once. Often it's even better if you take it easy. You have to give yourself time to get used to the new situation. Don't be too hard on yourself. You don't have to know and solve everything right away. Not all the things you used to do with someone you have to do with someone else now. It's okay if you do those things alone or don't do them anymore. Remember that this new life will eventually get used to, even if it's hard to imagine. And you don't have to deal with your loss alone. Asking for help and support from people around you can make a big difference. Friends, family, and classmates would like to do something for you. There will always be days when you will be more reminded of the loss, such as a birthday or Christmas. It's hard to just let these days pass by, especially in the beginning. Discuss with others what you can do to make these days more meaningful. For example, you can start a new tradition. This can provide you with support and hope. You can light a candle on a birthday for the one you lost. You can invite friends and family to talk about him or her. You can recall old memories by looking at a photo album. Perhaps you would like to do something in silence, such as going to the grave one extra time. Eventually you will process the loss. It's very difficult to imagine at the beginning, but the new situation will also return to normal at some point. You'll go back to school, work, and maybe back to your hobby. You will enjoy life more and you don't have to feel guilty about it. Some emotional withdrawal from the deceased person or other form of loss is necessary so that this emotional energy can be used in continuing a productive life. That doesn't mean you should forget the loss or that you shouldn't think about it anymore. On the contrary, it can be nice to find a way that someone you have lost is with you in your mind and in your heart. Processing loss is easier said than done. How do you do that? How do you make sure that the pain diminishes and that you can move on with your life? Beautiful memories help you with your grief, even if they sometimes hurt. Try to cherish these beautiful memories. You can, for example, write them down, play them in your mind, or tell them to someone. If you are stuck and don't know how to move on with your life, you can talk about it with others. You can also talk to someone who knows you well or who knows more about your loss. Some people often still feel close to someone who has died. You sometimes hear people say, "I feel like my father is looking over my shoulder." Or at important moments I feel that my aunt is close to me. Other people have a bracelet, ring, or coin that remind them of someone they lost. It can be nice to have something like that so that you think about that person from time to time. Processing is a process. Grief tasks are not homework. You can't schedule it in your calendar. There is no clear order and sometimes the tasks overlap. That doesn't matter. You can do tasks whenever you want, for as long as you want, and as often as you want. And now I'd like to share with you a few tips that can help you cope with loss. When you mourn, there are a lot of thoughts and feelings in your head and body. It can be helpful to write down your thoughts and feelings. That can be a letter or a story. Writing a letter is like telling your story to someone. You can choose to write the letter to the person you lost, but writing a story is just as good. You can then let your imagination loose on it, and in that way vent your heart. You can also write a letter to something you have lost, for example, your health or your old house. What you want to write in your story or letter is entirely up to you. You can write down anything you want. But if you are not sure what to write, here are a few tips. First, describe how you know and how you feel. Write about the things you wish you had said or asked or regretted. Describe the beautiful memories you have of someone or something. Describe what you miss the most. You can also describe what you have experienced or which important events you are about to experience. If you have lost someone, you can make a special place in your home or garden to remember that person. For example, you can light a candle, place a photo or place a few special objects. If you need comfort or want to spend some time with one you lost, you can relax, pray or cry in this place. If you have lost something or someone, you probably have many memories of it. Sometimes there are objects that help you to remember beautiful memories. For example, you can think of photos, jewelry, a scent, clothing, or notes. If you keep all these items in one place, like in a box, you can grab them whenever you want, and that can give you some comfort. You can also ask others to share memories with you. If you enjoy crafting, you can also make something by yourself. Take a sturdy shoebox or a large tin. You can decorate it with paint, glitter, flowers, graffiti, beads or paper. Keep it in a nice place where you can easily reach it. When you are grieving, it's sometimes very difficult to understand what you are feeling and what is going on inside you. A technique from creative therapy can help you with this. Making a map of your body describing your thoughts and feelings will help you understand yourself better. It goes like this. Take a large piece of paper that fits you completely, such as an old piece of wallpaper. Lie down on the paper and ask someone outline you. This person will go all the way around your body with a marker, so that the entire circumference of your body is on the paper. In the places in your body where you feel something, you indicate this by coloring it, drawing a picture on it, sticking a photo on it, or for example sprinkling some glitter. Everything is possible as long as you choose something that fits the feeling. You can do whatever you want afterwards. You can show the drawing to others and talk about it. You can put it away or you can throw it away. Put a date on your body map of emotions and make another one in 6 months. Then look at what has changed. Most of the time, grief gradually diminishes. How long it takes is different for everyone, but after a year, most people feel better. Sometimes grief doesn't go away on its own. After a year, it's still almost as bad as in the beginning. Grief that does not go away is called a complicated grief disorder. Out of 100 people who lose a loved one, on average 5 to 10 suffer from this. What are the characteristics of complicated grief? First of all, it's important that someone experienced a loss at least 1 year ago, and that the grief and other complaints associated with it are still almost as bad as in the beginning. A person still has in mind wanting to die to be with the deceased. He or she has difficulty trusting other people. Furthermore, life still feels empty and meaningless. A person can't manage daily tasks well, such as work, housekeeping, and even optimal self-care, like proper eating, shower, and sleep. If you don't feel better after a year after the loss and you feel like you can't move forward, seek professional help. Complicated grief is treated by a psychologist with cognitive behavioral therapy. In this therapy, you and the psychologist look at your thoughts and expectations. Do they help you? Do they match reality? You will learn to think differently, which will make you feel better. EMDR therapy can also help. It can help reduce excessive emotions of events related to loss. Among the effective methods, I would like to note the acceptance and commitment therapy. And sometimes you will need to take medications such as antidepressants in addition to psychotherapy. Treatment cannot just switch out the pain, but it helps to move the stagnated grieving process. I hope this information helps in some small way those of you who have experienced loss. Next time I will talk about how to help someone you love through grief. Thank you for your attention. Take care. Bye.